Hello folks and welcome to Modular Curiosity episode 7. This one's going to be a little different. Instead of doing what have turned into tutorials, I'm kind of going to go back to what Modular Curiosity was really supposed to be about, which is me figuring things out and learning how this stuff works. So I built this patch earlier today. I've just had so much fun playing with this patch. I thought, oh man, I've got to do an episode just showing what I learned in building this. Now, here's the inspiration. I was watching a YouTube video about a module called Ornaments and Crimes, and it does a ton of stuff. And one of the things that Ornaments and Crimes does is that it has essentially a Turing machine that outputs random notes that are quantized, so I'm using a quantizer, and uses a shift register with 4 different oscillators. Now, what's a shift register? Okay, so whatever control voltage goes in here comes out here until I hit a trigger. Okay, so let's say the output from here goes in. When I hit the trigger, what used to come out here now comes out the second one. And the new voltage goes to the first one. When you hit the trigger again, this voltage now comes out here, and they skip down, and again they do 1, 2, 3, 4, and it cycles in however many outputs I have. Now what that means is that we wind up getting chords. So let me take a clock, put it to the Turing machine, and I should be getting, why am I not getting, because I haven't triggered anything. I'll tell you what, let's do it this way. There we go. Now the neat thing about the Turing machine is that it makes random notes. When you find a group of random notes, in this case I'm having an 8-note phrase that you like, you turn it all the way to the right and it repeats that same 8-note phrase. And if you turn it all the way to the left, it doubles it and makes it a 16-note phrase. However, it's not quantized. So let's do this. Let's take the output of the Turing machine, put it to the inside. I'm going to pick the root, a minor third, a fourth, a fifth, and a dominant seventh. Now what happens? Now it's interesting, we're getting notes which are in that arpeggio, but you'll notice how we have, like right there, we'll have doubled notes. Well, what's happening is that, say, these 3 notes here are all quantizing to say that note, or something like, but basically, or here's a better example, maybe these 3 are quantizing to that one, because it's not picking up every note. If I started adding notes, we'd have more variation. But I don't want to add notes. I want to put them exactly, there we go. I want to put them exactly within that arpeggio. So what I can do is I can expand the scale, which is not a scale in the same way as a C major scale, D minor scale, something like that. It's a scale in that this is the range of notes that the Turing machine is going to make. Okay, so now let's take output. Where was I? Yes, this output goes to input. This output goes to that voltage control. So what's happening is we have voltages being randomly created here coming in, which are being quantized, so they are one of the notes in this chord, which is basically a minor dominant seventh with a fourth in there. That's going to the shift register, and I'm going to trigger it with this clock. So what should be happening now is that we have a 4-note chord being built that should be moving. Let's see if it works. Oh, you know what? It's not, because I only have one output coming here. So let's go get a mult. Put that note, that note, and we ran out. So we'll take the output from there to here, so we can get one more. And let's see if we can get all four. There we go. Let's see. Let's find a pattern we like. Right there. That's maybe a little high. Okay, so what's happening is I said the first note of this pattern is coming out this, and every time we trigger, that gets shifted again until it shifts off. So we're only picking up 4 of the 8 notes of this pattern. But now, what if we go ahead and use something like the rampage to set up a VCF or VCA. So let's go to, say, the output A, and have the trigger also come from our clock. And I think we really need some reverb. What's the one that I like? Is that it? No. I think it's just that one. Yeah, that's the one that's really easy. There we go. Now, this is where it really got fun. I thought, wait a minute, what if I attenuate this output? What if I take, where is it? The dual attenuator, and I put the output there. Well, certainly if I attenuate it, nothing's going to come out. So I can make a really big scale here, and then basically do the scale mod here. So now my attenuator is how wide of a voicing am I going to get? But check out what the offset does. The offset does different inversions of the chord. So I'm just going to keep repeating. Now if I start bringing this up, here, as I go up, the highest note in that pattern becomes the next higher note in the arpeggio. Okay, bum bum, bum bum. Now I'm going to go up. Go up a little more. Then I thought, well, we've got to add something to this. So how about clock divider? That's the one I like. And I want to switch. Let me turn that off for a second. And I want one of those switches. Let's see, where were the sequential switch? 8 in, 1 out, that's it. Okay. and I want constants. And what constants is a voltage, a constant voltage at a particular semitone. Remember that our volts per octave, 1 volt per octave. So each of the 12 semitones is 1/12 of a volt. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Let's try 2, 4, 8, maybe 16. We'll trigger it on 16. I'm going to have this come... I think that'll go out. This will be our voltage per octave, is that right? Let's see. No, this will. I want that to be much louder. Why is it so... There we go, now we can hear. There we go. Now, on constants, this side is a positive voltage, this side is a negative voltage. See what happens. I gotta go one more. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm subtracting voltages from here and making it go lower and lower and lower in a particular step. And that's in the same... Oh, you know what I need to do? Should I quantize to the same thing? No, I think I'm fine. I don't really need to quantize it. But as I play with this offset, I'll change the inversions of the original chord. Doesn't quite sound right. Let's try it. Oh, that's kind of neat. Now let's add another sound. And let's do, I want a VCA so I can also pulse it. And maybe a filter. And let's do another. Let's see, and take the output of here. And I think I need something with more. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to control this cutoff also from the music thing mod Turing machine. different. Not exactly what I was expecting. Ooh. Well, you know what we need next? Let's see. How about some drums? We need to reset it so it's... There we go. It needs to be here, I think. There we go. And if we have that, we might as well have a snare. And we'll trigger that here. And should we use our old open hi-hat, close hi-hat Bernoulli gate trick? Why not? Closed, open. Let's put a molt over here to bring those two together. And then this has to go to our clock here. Okay, so this half of the Bernoulli gate will decide open or close hi-hats. Let's start bringing a few more open. And then this will drop out the occasional hi-hat. There we go, just to give us a little more variety. And let's play with the inversions. Nice. Anyway, that's the fun patch I was playing with earlier today, and I thought that is so much fun, I need to share it with you folks. How cool is all that? Anyway, stay curious. See you next time.